This week we're going to explore chapters 1 and finish up chapter 1 and begin on chapter 2 of your on-course text. Today's quote of the day is, "If we did all the things we are capable of, we would literally astound ourselves." And if you think about this quote, all too often we sell ourselves short. We don't do our maximum effort on things, and we don't pursue our passions with the enthusiasm unknown to mankind and really push ourselves to our max. So I challenge you this week to do everything that you can to be successful, whether it's in your courses or in your job, but to max out your effort this week. And I think you'll astound yourself what you're capable of. As always, I encourage you to watch the weekly video. Though this video is about basketball, I want you to focus on the words. And the thing that you'll hear over and over again are the habits you have today on par with your dreams of tomorrow. And I think that's such a profound quote. Are the habits you have today on par with your dreams of tomorrow? Are the things that you're doing on a daily basis right now matching or aligning with what you have for your dreams and goals? If you want to be a doctor someday, are you going to class? Are you doing great in the classroom? And those things should align for you in your day-to-day actions as you dream big. We're going to talk about creator's mindset versus a victim's mindset. A creator is someone who is in control of their future. We know that success is a choice. Now, that doesn't mean everything works out just wonderfully for you because you have a creator's mindset. You will be hurdled with failures along the way, just like anyone. But it's how you tackle those failures that, with a creator's mindset, that make you truly successful. And that's where you come up with success is a choice. As you look in the far left bucket, creator mindset causes people to see multiple options. So when you hit that hurdle or a fork in the road, then you can choose wisely among those options, take an effective action, and then ultimately achieve the life that you want and that you choose, because success is a choice. And the big quote there in the middle is, mindset is everything. It really, you have two people and their mindset towards life will change everything for each person in which direction they go with their life. The more we practice the habit of acting from a position of responsibility, the more effective we become as human beings and the more successful we become as managers of life. I think that's a great quote as well, and really speaks to the creator's mindset. So the question you have to ask yourself, not only are the habits of today on par with your dreams of tomorrow, but do you want to be successful? Are you doing the things on a daily basis that will make you a success? The victim's mindset is the alternative of the creator's mindset. It's the opposite. These people keep people from seeing, or this mindset keeps people from seeing and acting on choices that could really help them achieve the life that they want. So they kind of self-sabotage, and the picture says everything. Nobody loves me. Nobody listens to me. Why does this always happen to me? They're playing the victim role. Great example, your house has been destroyed by a hurricane, and you were victimized by a force outside of your control. You can't control a hurricane. But if you take a victim's mindset, you allow this event to control your life. You never get back on your feet because, this hurricane happened. Now you are victimized by a force within your control. Once you recover or work to recover from the hurricane, then it's within your control. If you take a victim's mindset, when you meet a challenge, you become your own oppressor. Like I said, you are self-sabotaging. If you are a creator, you refuse to be oppressed, even by yourself. So think about the locus of control. Where does your power of control lie? And the diagram up at the top shows two different locuses of control. You have the internal locus of control and the external. The internal locus of control says that I control what my future is. Look at what I can do. I can make these things happen. I determine my own future. The external locus of control says all these things happening to me, I have no control over them. Now, why is this always happening to me? I'm playing again the victim. Creators believed that they were in control of their own destiny. Those are the individuals that have the internal locus of control. So a creator has an internal locus. They take personal responsibility in their own daily excellence. while victims assign the factors of their fate or their life to external control. Their outcomes of success are determined by the fate and others. You're uncomfortable with personal responsibility. It's hard for them to assume, then say, oh, that was my fault, I'll correct it, I'll make it better. So as we look to make wise choices in college, we need to look at these different, and I think I have about 20 things here that you can do to help improve your success. Again, creators are going to look at these different options and weigh out the ones that work best for them that ensure that they find success in life. You're going to read your course catalog. You need to see an academic advisor. Understand prerequisites. What classes do I need to take so I'm on schedule to graduate? You're meeting your standards of completion. Complete your general education requirements. And if you're working towards your AA, you have 36 credit hours of general ed requirements that you have to take towards your 60 to get your AA. Choose your major wisely. And the reason why you want to even have this in your mind here as you're working through your AA is you can utilize then those elective hours, those 24 elective hours, to really set yourself on track to graduate in 4 years with your bachelor's after your time at Daytona State College. The other thing is take a realistic course load. If you know that you are working and you have a lot of things going on, maybe you're taking 9 hours instead of 15. So you have to look at what you have going on in life, look at your study skills, and then go from there as far as scheduling your classes. Ultimately, be in your first day of your class. So much information is given out about your syllabus and expectations for your courses that first day. It's crucial that you attend that first day so you don't find yourself overwhelmed and behind. Sit where you can focus. I always tell my volleyball team, you got to sit in the front 2 rows of class. That'll help you engage without even trying. Next thing you know, you're engaged in classroom conversation and you're participating on a bigger level. Study the syllabus. That way you know when assignments are due and you know the expectations are for the course. Buy required course books and supplies. Yes, they cost money and I understand that, but it's an investment in your future. You should introduce yourself to 2 classmates, and the reason being, if you do miss class, you can get notes from them. Or maybe you create a study group. So making sure that you're connected with classmates is huge. If you have a planned absence, make sure you're informing your instructor so you can show you that you're responsible and then that you're out in front of these absences. Be sure to ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. If you fail to ask those questions, then you're setting yourself up for failure. Make appointments during your professor's office hours. You guys know with me, it's email me or call me. I encourage that if you want. I even will give out my cell phone number. If you email me and say, is there a way I can connect with you? I have a lot of questions for the course. If it's hard to catch me in my office, being a coach here on campus. Get involved on campus. I know that's a little bit more difficult for our online students, but it does create that connection that's important. Know your GPA and know the importance of your GPA. Your GPA can help you get jobs. It can help you get into your next institution. But your GPA is critical, and we're going to show you how to compute your GPA here in just a moment. If you stop attending your class, withdraw. First, speak to your instructor, but definitely withdraw. Don't just assume that your class is dropped or that you're good to go, because an F can destroy your GPA. Again, meet with your professor before withdrawing and keep files of important documents. All right, so we're going to look at calculating GPA. If you have an A in math, B in history, C in chemistry, D in music, what is your GPA? You have to first look at the A in math. It's a 4 credit hour class, so we assume 4 credit hours, and then we have to look at quality points. An A is worth 4 quality points, so we're going to take the number of credit hours that you are taking and multiply it by the quality points. So we would take 4 times 4. Now you have a B in history, so it's 3 credit hour course, 3 times the number of quality points for a B, which is 3, which would be 9. C in chemistry, again a 3 credit hour course, and a C is times 2, so 3 times 2. We have a D in music, which is a 1 credit hour course, and a D is worth 1. So as you look at that, you have 4 times 4, added to the 3 times 3 from your history, then 3 times 2 for your chemistry course, your C in your chemistry, and then 1 times 1. Divide it by the total credit hours taken, which is 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1, and you should end up with a 2.91. It's important that you're able to to be able to calculate your own GPA, so you know where you are throughout the semester, and also how that GPA is going to impact your overall standing with the college and going forward. Now it's your turn, so I encourage you to take the time to calculate the GPA here, and the answer is there for you as you work through to check and make sure you have it right. As we move into Chapter 2, we're going to be talking more about the victim and creator mindset. And as you look at the victim, a victim's going to say it's not my fault. They're going to blame other people. They're going to say life isn't fair. They're going to complain. They're going to make excuses for themselves. I was so tired, I just couldn't do it. And then they're going to repeat. They're going to have repeated bad behaviors. Ultimately, victims very seldomly achieve their goals. Now, on the contrary, your creator is going to seek solutions. They're going to take actions. They're going to try something new. And in doing so, they're often going to achieve their personal goals. I encourage you to take a moment to watch this video as well, the 90-10 principle by Stephen Covey. This principle is we have no control over the 10% of things that are going to happen to us in our day-to-day life, but we have 90% control over how we respond to it. So this little example makes you think a little bit about when the next thing happens in your life, how you respond can change your day completely. And as we head into the final slides for this PowerPoint, we're looking at setting goals for success. And so if you look at the student, you have this product goal. Okay, I want to get a 3.5 GPA. But then you look at the process goals. The process goals are really the driving force to how you're going to achieve your product goal. So how am I going to achieve a 3.5? I have to do these process goals on a weekly basis. So my process goal would be to study for 2 hours every night. If I do that, I increase my likelihood of getting a 3.5 GPA. The next process goal, go to the ASC 3 times a week. Again, if I do that, I'm going to increase my likelihood of getting that 3.5 or higher GPA. And then ultimately write out all assignments in my planner. And if I'm doing great time management and tracking my assignments, I'm more than likely going to be successful in achieving those assignments as well. Same for the personal goals. You can see how you can utilize a product goal as well as a process goal to achieve your ultimate goals. And now it's your turn. Take some time to really think about what are your product goals for yourself as a student, and then those process goals that are going to help you accomplish those product goals, and then also for yourself as a person. Hope this was helpful for you as you try to put your eye on the prize and be successful not only in this course, but in all of your courses. If you have any questions, email or call me. I look forward to hearing from you and reading your Journal 2 this week.